Hey guys, this is Callum from EnglishShooting and welcome back to the channel. Now, with everything going on at the moment across the world, you might think that this little bit of news, this topic, is in the scheme of things a little insignificant. However, it's these seemingly insignificant culture adjusting changes that these huge multinational and all-powerful companies are making that we as gun owners, sport shooters and hunters should be most wary of. Now, who hasn't heard of Looney Tunes? Who hasn't seen Looney Tunes? The reach is far and the influence to our children is incredibly significant. Warner Brothers have announced that they're going to be rebooting the Looney Tunes franchise, which is fantastic news. I was a huge fan of Looney Tunes when I was a kid, with one of my favourite childhood movies being Space Jam. Very apt at the moment with the Michael Jordan series on Netflix. However, this good news doesn't come without some bad news, certainly for gun owners, shooters, and particularly hunters. Looney Tunes and Warner Brothers have made the decision to remove guns from all of their cartoons in an attempt to reduce gun violence. Yep, that old chestnut. So you might think, well, okay, well, maybe they're making a complete adjustment to the cartoon. Maybe they are removing violence completely. They're going to remove the TNT and explosives. They're going to remove the knives, axes and scythes from the cartoons. Nope, just the guns. Despite in the UK us having a significantly larger knife crime problem, and within recent years the most significant terrorist attacks all using explosives, yet again it's the gun that is vilified. And yet again it is more Hollywood virtue signalling. They feel that by being seen to be doing something, they can sit on their high horse and sleep well at night. Whether or not what they are actually going to do is going to change anything, or whether it's actually going to do anything at all. Now, this is what Warner Brothers have said. They want to remove guns from their cartoon to reduce gun violence. So therefore, they must think that there is somehow a link between gun violence within cartoons, within TV series, within movies, and maybe even video games. Despite any report, any study that has been done on this has always shown there to be absolutely no link or correlation between violence in video games, movies, TV shows, and in the real world. The most recent that I could find was from Oxford University. And for me, you don't get more credible than Oxford University. So there's been shown to be no link. So what are they trying to do here? Now, if you want to get your tinfoil hats on and you want to think of these, again, huge, multinational, powerful companies, what they're trying to achieve, well, they're trying to adjust our culture. They're trying to rewrite history. Elmer Fudd depicts a hunter trying to get those wabbits. Well, in everyday life, for anybody that hunts regularly, you do it with a gun. Going out with a rifle or a shotgun to get rabbits is just everyday life for some people. It's very much a significant part of many people's cultures. And then Yosemite Sam, the other character that is usually depicted with a firearm, well, he's a cowboy. It's part of our history. You can't rewrite that. But that's exactly what Warner Brothers is trying to do. They feel concerned to show children cartoon guns, but they're perfectly okay to sit back and make films like Suicide Squad, or even more recently, Joker. Now, I'm sure you've seen the controversy around the film Joker, being that there was the Aurora shooting where somebody dressed as the Joker went into a Batman film and killed dozens of people. So Warner Brothers as a company have sat down and said, well, here we have a film that has quite obviously inspired something in this person to dress up and mimic the Joker and kill dozens of people. So therefore we're going to have no problem making an even more potentially violence-inducing movie. But we're not going to adjust that. We're not going to worry about that. And actually, all we're going to do is defend that film. We're going to defend that there's no link. We're going to defend that it doesn't encourage it. But when it comes to a childhood cartoon, that's when they feel that the gun violence is going to influence something. That's when they feel they have to act. Now, last time I checked, people weren't dressing up as Elmer Fudd and Bugs Bunny and going and killing dozens of people. Now, again, I'm not saying that there is any link between the Batman films and the Joker movie and real world violence. But if there is, there's going to be a significantly bigger link to those movies than there ever is going to be to these cartoons. They're trying to erase guns and hunting and perfectly legitimate pursuits, whilst it may be depicted in a very violent way within the cartoon. At the end of the day, Elmer Fudd is trying to kill that rabbit because he's a hunter. He probably wants to feed his family. He probably wants to get the rabbit skins and make a nice fur coat for himself. Again, perfectly legitimate, perfectly lawful, perfectly safe, everyday pursuits for many people across the world. But a movie that encourages or depicts anarchy, a movie that shows intense, continuous violence, Warner Brothers are completely happy to defend and are completely happy to put out there without any adjustments whatsoever. It's a little bit hypocritical if you ask me. Now, do I think that Warner Brothers are going to see this and suddenly change their mind? Absolutely not. I am purely relieving my frustration, let's just call it. But also I'm doing this to show you how these companies are trying to manipulate us, how they are trying to change our culture and manipulate our children to completely destroy and remove gun ownership, hunting and sport shooting from popular culture entirely. And to leave it only to films like Joker and Suicide Squad to give any depiction of firearms at all. It's something we should be aware of. It's something we certainly shouldn't be quiet about, and something that we should try and change in the best way possible. So there we go, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button and make sure you're subscribed for future videos. If you are already subscribed, please hit that bell notification icon so that you'll get a notification every time a video comes out, and you can continue to support this channel and help spread what we do. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, guys, I hope to see you soon.